Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
Remember the comment you made?
I got some bars to these.
Run Ryan.
Right.
And the only thing, you have players out there.
I think the fellas will take it more serious.
What grade?
That one I don't know.
Yes, because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United are
Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United. Nico, what we saying, boy?
Hey, yeah, man, on to Wembley, man.
Yeah, them fellas gone deserting me today, boy. Today was a real nice day. I mean, the confidence that we had going into today's game, guys, there was a small, football is a kind of real funny game. You don't want to take no team for granted. Even though we would have gone into this game with a very comfortable lead and advantage, you still don't want to take chances. Football is a real funny game. So the fear of the unknown will always have you a little bit apprehensive, even though you're comfortable now, boy. But the job was done. Wembley we come. What we saying, Nico?
Yeah, for some reason that I didn't feel it at all. I didn't feel it at all, boy. I was just seeing another day at the office, another day at the office, another day at Old Trafford, another day at the Fortress, and I couldn't see us losing the tie. Maybe the match might have be, Forest might have come out and might have be, show all endeavor. But still I wasn't worried of losing the tie at all. And that is mainly down to, I guess, one, the team selection. I think when you saw the team selection, that team, them fellas they play. Them fellas they going out there and taking that team for granted. And we have seen on that 10 Hag how hard, even as 3-0 and them fellas playing and hustling and hunging for the ball like the dung. Them going out there like, hey, we dung and we had to win this game at least 2 goals. That was the hunger and the desire. So for some reason, I didn't feel that at all. But again, maybe somewhere in the background, you had that feeling that I wonder if, history could be made here. But again, a very well professional performance. First half, we could talk about it. We definitely will get into it. But overall, I think 5-0 aggregate. I think well done. Well done.
Yeah. No doubt. And the thing about it is, as you mentioned, we've seen some come from behind, wins in world football already. To know not to take nothing for granted, and I think this is why Erik ten Hag would have gone with the team that he selected.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't want to reach to this point to play with your food and then end up getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
stranger
things have happened in football.
That then confidence bad too. So ten Hag playing that.
No, you're
all
not playing.
out.
And every game you're treating every game as a final and all. Every game.
Yeah. And good thing about it is he gained chances to rotate the team too.
Correct.
So after so again good day at the office.
Yeah, for sure. Guys who watching, don't forget to like and share the podcast. A very, good win today. Earlier we're going in our first final in how much years? Right? And we're hoping that this time around, right, that we're not going there as, for as a formality. We're going there to win. And those were the words of our manager as well. And let me just get the words. But before that, let me just get some comments on the inside, right? So Jody on the inside, Jody, blessed night, man. He's saying, calm all yourself. It's not like we win the trophy.
I hope when we win the trophy, you say, calm all yourself is only the Carabao Cup, eh?
But that's exactly what Jody got to say.
But if this is what working for your pal, and if this is what's working for United at this point, you keep it up.
Yeah, so Jody, keep the energy, buddy. Keep the energy. It's working. Arun on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy.
Good night.
Yeah, Jody saying here, Reem in the glory, see his best player score. Yeah, boy. But we gonna talk about that because Nico was a little heavy earlier, but we gonna talk about that.
Yeah, you sure we'll get into that.
Anderson on the inside. Good night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy. Jody saying here, watch Reem hype on mass. Yeah, of course, it coming, right? Stay tuned, Jody. Stay tuned. It coming. You know, and as we had mentioned it before, guys, you love when a manager talking like this, right? Good is not good enough, right? And he always says that, right? And he said it's good to reach a final, but it's about winning the final, right? And we've seen in the past, we've experienced 2 finals that we did not win. And I don't know, Nico, if the occasion would have gotten the better of us that time, those 2 occasions, or 1 occasion, because I think we made 2 semifinals and 1 final, right?
I think for me, for the final, I think we were coached. You know, I think we had a better quality team, but I think tactically, I think Emery would have outcoached Oli. I think that was to me that was the writing on the wall. But otherwise, I think we in a better mental place now. I think the manager at a high tactical and technical level for us to take it home. We are saying it science and deliver, but that quiet optimistic or optimism that we could get this one over the line.
Nice. So the manager and all, he's saying it's good, and he always says good is not good enough, right? So it's good to reach the final, but it's about winning the final, and we all about winning this one. We're not going to Wembley to watch Newcastle, who would be very, very worthy, challengers, to see them lift up no trophy, right? For the first time in how much 18 years, right? We ain't doing that. We're not doing that, all right? So Nicole, let me get into the 3 words now. The 3-word match analysis. Where you have for we there?
Wembley we coming.
Wembley we coming.
Wembley we coming.
Wembley we coming.
Yeah.
Simeon message me one, right? And I tell him I say I can sting it, right? And that 3 words is relax. Martial's back.
Hey, why is Simeon doing this? Why are you feeding the ego? Why are you feeding the ego, Simeon?
Relax. Martial's back. Alright? So now we're talking about. Let me see what some of the words on the inside is. Rishi Shrippat on the inside, good night, man. On to Wembley, that's what we're saying. The Vindra on the inside, good night, buddy. He's saying nice 3 signings. Wout, Sabitzer, Sancho. Yeah, like a new player.
Yeah.
Right? Jody's saying, my 3 words about Martial, 5 more games.
No, well, if you play 5 more games, that is so bad. Because, alright, we have who we coming up? Crystal Palace, Leeds twice.
Leeds.
Barca, then the final.
Barca, and then the final.
Yeah, a good 5. That's a good 5.
Nah, but we get more than that, right? Rishi's saying here, I like how the guys approach the game, but you could see the gulf between A and B, the A and B team.
You find so why?
Now watch me. It's that difference when that second half and that front 3.
Oh, you mean when the So I guess he's saying the A team came on in the second half. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, the A that would be striking, the attacking players more or less.
Correct. I'm confident though that they'll get there soon enough. Yeah. No qualms about that. Arun 3 words. He's saying my captain boy. Which one? Got 2 of them was on the field today, right? Which one?
Bruno was top class today, boy.
Yeah, Bruno had a real good game today. Real good game, and that out of the foot assist for pre-assist. Yeah. David Curtin on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. Good night to you. He's saying Martial scores again. Here now.
But it has some dots between that, eh?
Don't come on no dots here.
Martial dot scores again.
Here.
You know, you can't have some Martial scores again. Come now, let's try that.
Dwayne on the inside. Good night, man. Good night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy. David just saying here, his 3 words. Nobody get injured. Here now, with this team, with what going on now, Dwayne Ten Hag in charge. All right, we will take Ten Hag as 1 word. Right, taking that. Jody's saying here, boy, that man can't stay fit at all, but Rashford, Martial, Sancho, and Bruno run it up. Yeah, that total difference in the second half, boy. What? And this is saying here, to only have 1 captain, and I know he mean And he, I mean, Maguire.
Yeah. And you know, what about Maguire too, eh? At the end of the game, I don't know if I did see that one. At the end of the game, he's still fixing armband. So the game done done. The men walking off, he's still doing something, fixing armband. And we just come off the field now, boy.
Yeah, boy. He too caught up with them kind of trappings now, boy, and it's affecting the game and that
Yeah.
kind of thing. You
That
know?
was telling you. The waiter, the badge, everything.
Yeah, yeah. So Phil, what going on, boy? We going to Wembley. We going to Wembley. How you feeling? And before you say that, we going to Wembley. But this is what the manager had to say. It's good to reach Wembley, but it's about winning at Wembley. Right? How we feeling?
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's great to see what Ten Hag has done with the team in 6 months, right? As I said before on this podcast, I would rather have 7 or 8 players who can win together, right? One hand, I should say, is on the trophy. We got to put that other hand on the trophy, right? And it's Newcastle. Newcastle has, I think, the second best defense in the league, but all good things must come to an end. All we need is one goal, one love, and we can lift this trophy, right? I would rather lift this trophy and get the ball rolling, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the highlights. I was living, or I was watching it. I was hearing it vicariously through Reem and other my United fans, and also through my Fitbit watch as well too. But at the end of the day, you know what? It's a final under Ten Hag, and the guys are proud. So I can't wait till it's February 26th. Yeah, I think so.
26th, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so looking forward to that on the Sunday as well too. So church early and then come home and watch it.
Yeah, yeah. And
Nice,
I mean, if possible, I mean, what I don't know what time is kickoff. We might consider doing a watch along, guys. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Once it's
26th
not, once it's not 6 o'clock in the morning again.
Yeah. let me see how I work it, boy. Yeah. 26th of February.
Yeah, 26th of February, Sunday. No, normally that finals be around 11 o'clock, you know. All right, normally that be around 11 o'clock.
Might have to go to the morning service and pray to God early.
Yeah. Could I watch along if it is,
Yeah.
you know, that you might start about 12 o'clock.
Right, nice. So we inside. So guys, let me just touch on the game a little bit because there's some other stuff we want to talk about. Team sheet. How well feel about the team sheet, you know? I mean, I know, and getting into that, I know once everybody fits, I don't think it does have much to talk about our team sheet, you know, because we know Ten Hag going strong, right? But what I'm seeing now is that because more players becoming available, more players coming back from, well, you know, whatever issues they had, injuries, then I think we might have more discussions to make on team selections. But as it stands right now, Ten Hag have one particular group of players we sure going and play.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
But given now I know we would have said certain things about, you know, not taking the second leg of the semi-final for granted. But given the nature that we were going to take 3-love up, you all saw anything with the starting lineup that it was probably kind of like, well, why Ten Hag would do this? Why? Blah, 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 blah.
Nah, I think Ten Hag already set the standard already. You know, Ten Hag taking no games for granted, absolutely none. And he's putting out at the smallest his best foot. And maybe one change that you might have say, all right, you know, you can have a run today. And that is what he continues to do. So to say you're surprised, not. I think Garnacho has been doing enough, you know, coming off the bench to warrant a start. I think even he coming on and playing today, I think he did well. You know, he didn't light up Old Trafford today, but still, he's a threat, and you have to double team on him. But he had his moment, so he was good coming into the lineup. Fred coming in again for the injured Ericsson. Definitely, I think if Ericsson was fit, Ericsson would have started. You know, that is how serious Ten Hag was taking this game today. But you saw with Fred what we missed from Ericsson. Because we got so accustomed with some of the quality that Ericsson has on the ball, that automatically your brain looking for that kind of quality. And when you do get it, you get a reality check now. Oh, it's Fred, But again, Fred still has his strengths. He still has his strengths. Is not Ericsson quality. But so Fred overall, I think he was okay. He was okay. And you're seeing now with Sabitzer coming in where it have a healthy competition for that spot. I think that is flat out with himself and Fred. So just to see how the team move from there. Rashford coming on, and we talk about it. Rashford, Martial coming on, Sancho coming on and playing inside in the number 10, and playing Bruno on the outside. I think that's really show flexibility within the team as well. It's showing that we can be versatile. We have different avenues to attack, and Ten Hag use it well. And also the last thing I want to touch on is see how good Casemiro is when he come off. You see when Casemiro come off the field and somebody go and play in Casemiro position, you just see that fall off. That like a exponential kind of 90 degrees whap one time, So it's showing how important Casemiro is to this team. Overall, I think Ten Hag got the starting 11 spot on. He got the even Tom Heaton coming in. I think he got that well, and his subs rotating his subs. He got that well as well.
Yeah,
I heard that Weghorst's pressing game today was pretty good. I heard. I didn't see. I heard.
Yeah.
Normal thing.
He has been pressing pretty good, over the last couple of games, So Weghorst is doing well. Just to touch on two things Nico mentioned there.
Yeah.
About the starting lineup. I don't know and about the game. Sometimes Casemiro just scare me, Casemiro train, he frame all about the place, boy.
And he getting in by the man.
Yeah.
What's
It had times like in the first half when the game was 0-0, Nico.
Yeah.
He trade frame and getting beat easy, and I didn't like that.
Yeah, for real.
You understand? You expect in that section of the field, stay on your foot now, boy.
Yeah.
Right, because that was two good chances. And Heaton, you mentioned Heaton. I think Heaton had to get a proper mention today. Heaton pull off about 2 or 3 big saves in one in this first half, and the one in the dregs.
One in the first half? Which one in the first half he pull off?
The one when is Brennan. If Brennan is the name, and he shoots it, and it was a good shot, and he pushed it off.
Okay, all right.
And then in the second half, well, they know they want to talk about it.
So the second half, yeah, that was clear. But in the first half, nice.
Yeah, but Casemiro, you does see the levels.
Yeah, but
you understand. But boy, that man could tree free.
Looking forward to this Brazil clash of Casemiro and Bruno Guimaraes in the final. So Bruno Guimaraes will be facing a 3-match ban, but that 3-match ban applies for domestic competition, and it just so happens that the next 3 matches are EPL
Premier League.
Yeah, but Andy Carroll should I get the same? Yeah?
Who?
Andy Carroll.
Well, I care about Andy Carroll. He gone.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, you see the challenges, and there's about 3 nasty challenges in that game,
Yeah, Bruno, Casemiro, and Ericsson.
Yeah,
right?
to me, like that, the FA should ban them fellas on them.
Andy Carroll, he came out with an agenda.
I'm telling you.
Because you could see, even in the press conference, the pre-match press conference for this game, when Ten Hag was asked, you could tell he was visibly upset or annoyed with that, because he was asking, well, what's the purpose of VAR? What referee is doing? Because this player clearly came out with an intent.
Yeah.
Right? And the fella, the tackle, if he had gotten the right card for the tackle on Ericsson, then he would have never be there to tackle Casemiro, even Bruno. You know what I'm saying? And the Carroll, boy, I'm gonna get some comments here, fellas. And listen, saying here, for Ten Hag, it's all about trust, and he trusts certain players, and the others have to gain the trust. And we see how Garnacho gained trust, right? Jody saying here, I hope always seeing how them Brazilians come into comment. Yeah, well, I mean, he had to come to come.
What he talking about now?
Fred coming into the team.
How to get better?
Well,
Uh,
we hired Ten Hag 7 months ago to make that happen, right? So
yeah. Christian saying here, Ten Hag don't like to rotate at all. But
Now
I
he
guess he could
risking it,
have,
Preston. He risking it. He risking it.
yeah,
I guess we could see it in different ways, but he risking. He want to win every game with the strongest team.
yeah. Guys, don't forget to like and share the podcast, right? Dwayne saying here, Weghorst is a nightmare because of his movements. He pressed so much that defense got tired. So by the time Marcel come on, that defense was dead. Come on, man. Come
That's
on,
not what.
I
we
question
could
marks
kinda-
what I'm doing.
No, but we could kind of touch on it here because Weghorst has his skill set. He has his skill set. The only thing for me is what I would like to see him doing. Yes, he have an excellent link-up play. Yes, he have a decent press. But for me, I just want to see him take a little more responsibility. Sometimes, turn and take on a man. Maybe he don't have that in his skill set, but sometimes you see where he has the space to do that, but he's still looking for a touch and a run on. So to me, just for him to take a little more initiative and a little more responsibility.
In order for Weghorst to take on a man, he gotta have pace first, Nico. He gotta have pace.
No, but what I'm saying is, Phil, if you watch the game today, you saw where he had times where he could have turned with the ball. That's our awareness, our space around him, but he still look for the one touch and run off, where and close to the area too, where it could have been one turn, a touch and shoot, but he still look for a touch and a run off now. So to me, that's for him to take that responsibility in that position. Know the players around him, know the defenders around him, where he could turn and shoot now. So to me, that's the only thing I would like to see improve from Weghorst. But otherwise, I think he's different to Martial, and he will bring a different problem. Which I think the team needs.
Yeah. Because I mean, and just to add to what Nico said, there was a specific time in the game today where he get the ball, nobody was on him, right? And he turned, he had so much space in front of him, and he was on top of the box. And he passed the ball to Garnacho, who was already crowded. So I was asking myself, I said, well, why it is you didn't try at least once you can try a shot, force the keeper to save. Because even when Martial came on, you saw Martial getting the ball in some tight space and turning with the ball and facing goal. So I mean, everything can be link up. Sometimes you have to turn and, as Nico said, take a little bit of responsibility. So
if all you're doing is link up by 30th or 40th minute, opposition players already know how to play you, right? So
He could mix it up. You had to mix it up.
Yeah. But I mean, his movement and his pressing is good. But again, better teams could bounce that ball around you easy, right? Anderson saying here, Casemiro loves to tackle. Yeah, boy. Like, he ain't care about card and thing. Arun saying here, the butcher was butchering today too. Yeah, boy. Martinez and them fellas and them class.
Martinez back to top form. After the World Cup, he was a little shaky, but get back in.
He back. I wanted him to score that header today. Nico, let me talk about this header, right? Because we had different views on this header.
Yeah.
Right.
And guys in the comments, please, let me know your thoughts on the header as well. We really want to know.
Yeah, because I thought Jody and y'all, I thought that Weghorst should have done better with his header, right? That ball came in, it didn't come behind him. Fafella with his height. The expectation of, put balls in the air for Weghorst, put balls inside for Weghorst. They get a proper ball from Casemiro to come onto, right? And they didn't even force the keeper into a save. And all I'm saying is that there was another player, the number 9.
No, you can say Martial. Everybody knows
Don't tell me what you can't say.
But I didn't hear that player. I didn't hear that player.
What I'm saying
because we talk about
other players,
right?
A certain other player, he did miss that. And then I'll be hearing all kind of talk about this is why we want that clinical. And you self, Nico, is the one who come and bump up that kind of talk, right?
I waited for my reward.
This is why we need a proper 9. This is why we need a proper number 9. This is why this and this is why that. Right? And what I'm saying is a tall fella The ball was placed on a platter for you in the air. The least you could have done was challenge that keeper. You did not. Right? And, all right, fine. Okay, you cool with him hitting the post. Let me remain consistent with that standard if that's what we're saying. Right?
So Phil, you saw the chance?
I go in with what Reem said.
That was saying, so if it didn't see the chance, you should you should just sit down and listen like in church right now. Right? We all in the principal office. You should sit down like in the principal office right now and I'm scolding.
I come to sit down and listen to you. Come, you got the floor.
Right? No, but for me, it wasn't. As Reem said, it wasn't like it coming straight to him where is a plain header easy like that. No, the ball came at pace where he had to react. However, a striker hitting the ball with his head and hitting the post, I see that a good effort.
Oh God!
Right?
Oh God!
That is to me, anybody, and you get in the comments because that ball came at pace. He had a chance. Yes, it came off the post, and I saw it as a decent chance, a decent effort, and it could even be unlucky. Right?
This is the same one, Phil, that will jump on ball. If that was Martial, he was going to jump on ball. And this is why we need
that is not true. That is not true.
Nico,
right? Because
so
if Martial had that same chance and it came off the post, you telling me I'd say Martial not good enough? For that chance? And it hit the post, and I say unlucky. Good effort, unlucky. That is what I would have said. Right? If it's one-on-one, you're asking. If it's one-on-one, right, where his strength definitely is on his right foot or his left foot, whichever foot, because I know he has both feet, right? And then keeper save, or he hit the post, then I say he should have done better. Right? But to me, the ball coming at that pace and the chance coming off the post.
That pace and coming off the post, now you're supposed to bury that. You had to bury that.
Phil,
at least
Google
force the keeper into
Phil, YouTube it. Phil, YouTube it.
I got the highlights right here.
At least
and
force
tell me
the
what
keeper into a save.
But that was an excellent chance. It's an excellent effort. Excellent effort. But let me see what the comments say now. Let me see what the comments say.
Let me see the comments. Let me see the comments second Nico's side or Reem's side.
Jody saying here, Nico, the man doing what Ten Hag requires of him.
That was a feeling play.
Right?
What we understand that, yeah.
Dwayne saying here, Weghorst should have gotten a penalty. We'll get to this. Right? Anderson saying here, I think Weghorst want to score so much that he might be overthinking. Alright? Dwayne saying here, the header hit the post, so you are a little too critical.
Of
the
course.
keeper was beaten.
Yes.
Beat the keeper and beat the post.
No, but hey, that being overly critical because what I said is that chance was not an easy chance. That chance was not an easy chance.
I can't believe Olia.
Dream, you saying like that was so easy, that is here alone.
It was easy.
No,
that was easy.
That was not an easy chance. It's in the post, you was just unlucky. Good effort, unlucky. And you move on.
Arun saying here, Weghorst was in the middle of the goal and he had decent space. Should have been a goal. But
all
Nico
right,
think differently. Nico think
yeah.
that once he hit the post.
So right now it's 1-1. Right now it's 1-1. So Dwayne say being too critical. Arun saying, right? Had decent space, should have been a goal.
Anderson say he overthink it.
Go ahead, let me go again.
No.
2-1. Wait, no. This was before. Anderson was before that question. Right? Well, let me go.
Jody saying here, the way how that ball came to him, Reem, he had to adjust. What?
But yes, he had to.
But what trouble is this? I'll watch back that highlights again.
I'll
watch back that again.
I started highlights, so
What's the highlight? What's the highlight?
It happened in the first.
That was not easy as remaking its song. That wasn't as easy as remaking its song. It was not that easy.
Listen, we're not in the situation. We're not there, right? So me saying it was a sitter. But what I'm saying...
It was not an easy chance.
What I am saying, Nico, is as a professional footballer being paid a certain
Nah,
amount
nah,
of
nah,
money.
nah,
Let me
nah,
finish.
nah.
Because
Then game should finish 10-0.
the
Then game should
expectation.
finish about
No,
every chance a team
come
gets,
Nico.
they should
Oh
score.
gosh.
Every chance Haaland gets, he should score, right? So every chance Haaland gets, he should score.
This is why it have players have XG, you know, right? Expected goals. It have certain goals you expect a particular player to score. If a player is tall, it have certain goals
Weghorst, we know Weghorst strength is not his head in the first place.
Yeah, but everybody's saying play the ball in the box for Weghorst to come on it. If you have,
No,
if
you never
tall,
hear me say that.
If
No, you never hear
tall,
me say that.
The fact that US said don't mean that it can be a fact, right? The fact that you
Right.
tall, you're supposed to be able to use your height for some benefit. So you tall and you can't head the ball. What kind of nonsense is that?
Yeah, but it come like Fellaini. Fellaini used to be clumsy on his feet, but good with his head.
And he tall, so is the argument. He's short or he tall?
No, the argument is Weghorst good with his foot. He's tall, but he's good with his feet.
But Fellaini was good with his foot too.
And Fellaini was good with which foot? Come now, man.
Oh, come on, man. You telling me Fellaini wasn't good with his foot?
Fellaini was good with his foot? Doing what?
I'm not putting Fellaini at elite level like Oli, you know. But what I'm saying is, even if you're not elite in the air, you're tall, that ball was in front of you.
Nah, that was in front time. Phil, I wait to see that chance.
I look
Right?
at it. I trying to fast forward to it, man. So y'all keep talking.
All right.
I can
That's
see
some of that comment. Let me touch you on that comment.
Anderson saying here it was not an easy chance.
It was not an easy
Right?
chance.
Jody saying here, go back and watch it, man. You will see. I watch it back.
No, you watch it.
enough to know.
No. You watch it back, right? You watch it back in your head, saying he should have scored that, right? You watch it back with that bias. But if look to play football, you would know that is not an easy chance.
Nico, plenty chances in the air, not easy chances.
Now I saying, and the man still hit the post, and somebody said in the comments, he even beat the keeper. So then, you just unlucky.
Listen, you could beat the keeper by hitting the ball wide. Dog.
Nah, man, oh God, stream. Oh my goodness.
You have a frame to which you have to score inside, right? So the fact that he did not even hit the target, the area, you understand? That no, I not accepting
unlucky,
that,
and I taken that. You see things like that raise confidence. Sometimes things like that you hit the post, you know, that does raise your confidence. To me, that like Phil, when you see it, I want to hear your comment.
I hopefully I can see it before the time out because these highlights loading, but they're just taking long. But anyway,
Okay.
we
Jody saying here, Rooney watching Martial go. Darian on the inside, good night, but thanks for joining, man. He's saying Weghorst was unlucky.
Yes, and I agree.
I see
waited.
Weghorst was at fault for Fred getting a yellow card though.
I waiting because it have plenty times I could pull up the receipts, Nico, where Marcel
wasn't even playing that on the post.
Let me finish now. Right? And you go jump on ball. This is why we need a number 9. All kind of old talk. No.
Yeah.
The same proper number 9 all I want. Who's a fox in the box? Who hustling and putting pressure on people. Get a nice, decent opportunity and couldn't even force the keeper into a save. And you telling me, good chance, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. Raise the standard.
I looking at it.
Raise your standard.
As somebody who played football, somebody who refereed football and at the highest level, that is not an easy chance. A header in the penalty area coming at that pace is never an easy chance. And a striker get his head onto that and it beat the keeper, hit the post, is unlucky. Good effort, unlucky. That's how you see that, unlucky. Right?
All right.
So read through the rest of comments now because
the header came from a set piece.
From Casemiro, no, it was not set piece. It was a in play cross from Casemiro.
I at the 41st minute and I see nothing yet.
Yeah, it coming.
Tell me wrongly.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Dwayne on the inside. Good night, buddy. Thanks for joining, man. He said no entering the debate. It was a chance that was very hard to put away, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah, now all good we? All good. Eric saying here, good effort by Weghorst. The cross was a bit low and powerful. Nari, only strikers like Yorkian Rudin would have probably scored that one.
No, I tell you, you're being overly critical.
This
No,
Vegas fella can get away with murder, we.
no, but
This
everybody
Vegas
can
fella
be
can get
saying
away
the
with
same
murder.
thing. But
No,
everybody can be
because
saying the
what-
same
No,
thing.
because what I am
Everybody
saying,
can be saying the same thing, and you alone, right?
No,
And
what
Phil
I am
ain't see it
saying,
yet, so Phil can comment. Right?
They come in. I ain't in 42nd
what
minute.
I am
so-
saying is
Yeah.
always the same one who does ball. This is why, and I keep telling you, and I keep
Why
repeating myself.
Marcel
This
has
is
been
why.
status, boy, over and over and over.
Boy, yeah. Anyway, we have plenty more to go through in the game earlier.
Yeah.
Jody's saying here, anytime I keep on making saves means the shot not good. The shot's not good. What?
What do you mean the shot's not good? That don't make sense.
So, fellas, so today was a good day for Sancho. You know, Sancho he returned today, and he played in what we haven't really seen him play in a position we haven't really seen him play at Man United. You know, at Dortmund, you know, he had a real kind of free role. He would be on the left, he would be on the right, he would be through the middle. You know, and he had that kind of license now. But today, Sancho came back after 3 months earlier, you know, and we saw even on the touchline before he was brought on, you know, to a nice little exchange of words between Ten Hag and Sancho, you know, and you're seeing where the manager trying to, you know, build the player confidence, you know. And I think he was asked after the game, Ten Hag, what he told Sancho, and I think it was just a matter, you know, go and enjoy it. You know, the crowd love you, you know, and just enjoy it. What did you all make of, you know, Sancho's cameo after, you know, so long, right? Could you all see him going forward in the number 10 role?
I saw Nico, but I would ream on this one.
Yeah. That's all. All of them blinders.
I can tell you
All of
why.
them blinders.
I can tell you why, because
Yeah.
based on that, it seems like Anthony dribbled past the guy, stopped,
Yeah.
and he passed back, and it ricocheted off to Casemiro. But while the ball was trickling towards Casemiro, Whitehorse eyesight was in line with Casemiro, and he was looking to
Yeah.
get onside.
Yeah.
Right? So it seemed like if the ball butt him instead of he butt the ball, right?
Okay.
That makes sense. But anyway, Jadon Sancho, number 10. Yeah, we do it.
Yeah. Possibly, you know, because I think it was JP used to say that Sancho could play similar to a David Silva because he have that style now, of a David Silva-esque kind of style where you could, you know, you could move across the front line, comfortable on the ball, and had a creative eye. So I think maybe Ten Hag seen something there. And then also with Bruno on the outside, you're seeing where that's working too, because Bruno crossing more or less, you have a decent cross on him of recent. You know, I think he's more efficient with his crossing. Maybe for some reason Sancho don't want to do as much of the dirty work running back. Ten Hag maybe would have seen that. Maybe so I guess he has more benefits staying higher up the pitch. If that's how Ten Hag seen it. But I see benefits to him playing in number 10 and also with the ability to switch it up, you know, where it could be versatile. Because even if you look at Anthony, when we saw Anthony coming on the inside and playing as similar as inside kind of right winger or inside number 10 or wherever he's coming and play, he has been effective. So let me say we have Sancho and Anthony on the field, and both of them could switch that role. So Anthony come inside, Sancho go on the outside, you know, and then they switch it up. So I could see that working. I could see the team being more versatile, and I guess in terms of benefit of the team, then defenders now have a nightmare because all right, you know, you get accustomed with Sancho going on the inside. He was marking Anthony, now Anthony going on the inside. So it's a whole lot of confusion, which could only benefit us in the attacking sense.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, as I said, I didn't watch the game, but I can only base two things, right? What a number 10 is supposed to do, and Sancho's style of play, right? Now, over the many years, I've seen that a number 10 has a wide variety of passing, whether it be spraying the ball, making short passes, making dissecting through balls. How many of those passes can you comfortably say Sancho can make? I mean, when it comes to wide passing, when it comes to spraying the ball like a Paul Scholes or a Pirlo or Kevin De Bruyne, even David Silva was able to do it as well. I see Sancho as a guy who does link up plays and also does like your through balls every now and then, right? And he flourishes off of the wide, out wide, right? Versus like a Bruno or maybe like a Christian Eriksen when he was at Brentford or even at Spurs. Well, Christian Eriksen played. Did he play a 10 at Spurs or did he play a 8 at Spurs? I can't remember. It was him and Dele Alli. Can't remember. But I don't see Sancho as a guy who spreads the football a lot because at the end of the day, as number 10 is supposed to link up the deep line playmakers to or the holding midfielders to the strikers or even the wingers as well too, right? So if that's something that Ten Hag can teach or instill into Sancho, I'm all for it. And I'm not dismissing Sancho as a number 10. I know what Sancho can do off the right and off the left, right? But I would love to see Sancho play number 10 and we go from there.
Phil, one thing, that's why remember before you go. You see, to me, because how we have so much of the ball now, how we control and we dictate in the play and we play in the opposition half, then to me, that intricate play from Sancho, you might more need that than that spraying. Yes, I still need the spraying, but because we so much camped in the opposition half, you need that player who could, with a dribble and a pass, so how that eye for that, that little short pass. And I think Sancho has that. So to me, I think it could benefit in that way. But I guess Ten Hag will have to pick games when he would use Sancho in that position.
Now here is my here's my question. Now, Man United playing a team who has more possession than us.
Right.
We're on the break. We're on the breakaway. You got Martial going up the middle. You got Rashford on the left, and then you got Anthony on your right. Would you prefer the ball or the passer to be a Bruno or a Sancho? That's the thing now, right?
Yeah.
For example,
Bruno for sure. Bruno for sure.
Take for example the winner versus Manchester City. Remember when he passed it and nobody saw? If you were watching it, you could see that Garnacho was open, right? But none of the Manchester City defenders could see that because all their eyes were focusing on this way while Garnacho was this way. Bruno was able to pick up that pass easily, right? Yeah. So I'm down for Sancho being a number 10, though. That's a disclaimer. I'm down for that. So let's go from there.
Yeah, and I had to agree, with both points, right? Because when you have stubborn defenses and that long ball over the top thing may not be as as useful.
Yeah.
You see that them intricate 1-2s that you'll get in the box. Sancho very, very good at that. And the more he play and the more confident Sancho gets, the more that you see now. Right? But you see like quick breaks and quick transitions. I don't think Sancho is that kind of player. Right? So this is where I see Bruno kind of getting the nod. But even late in games, I could still see, when we try to break down our defense, I could see exactly what happened today because this is not the first time it happened. When Ten Hag, knowing Bruno is not really the kind of intricate kind of player, so he put Bruno out on the out wide, and he moved in Anthony last time. This time he did it with Sancho, right? And I think in the Europa League in the earlier rounds he did it with Martial. I don't know if I remember. Right? With Ronaldo up top, he bring in Martial. He push Bruno. I think he take off Bruno, right? So I realized something that Ten Hag also seeing with the group of players that he have and understanding which scenarios, right, and situations, which players will be useful and where on the field, So it could be interesting to see how that develops with Sancho.
I must say the pass from Bruno to Rashford to Fred. Holy, that's
quality.
That's Quaresma.
Yeah, I tell you, Bruno was lit today.
Yeah, boy. Okay.
Dwayne saying here, imagine all four forwards are actually Marcel, Bruno, and Sancho switching positions consistently during games, defenses will hate it. The breakaway for Marcel goal was an example here, definitely. And watch me earlier, let me do ignore how important Casemiro was in that. Call. It had a little squabble with the ball there, and Casemiro was the one to win it back and played forward. But this is very, very spot on, Dwayne. Yeah. So fellas, we talking about versatility, right? And it's something that we realize Ten Hag looking to do. And we spoke about how the movement and how he's switching players to play different positions and things for different results and different effects on the game. Anybody notice Lindelof play defensive midfield today?
Yeah, but that was like we play short with Lindelof in defensive midfield.
So
Okay, talk
Ten Hag-
to me about it, because this is something that a lot of Man fans have been wishing Lindelof to do because he has a pass. But talk to me about it, man.
right. But Ten Hag spoke about it because he was asked about it, and he said, it's something that he wants. He said he wants his centre backs to play like midfielders in terms of having that kind of control and composure in possession and the ability to pass, right? And he said he knows Lindelof has that experience from the time he played at Benfica, and it's something that they all also did in training. So I don't know if it's something for the future to look for, but he definitely kind of hinted toward Lindelof being used in that role in the future, because it's something that they do in training, and it's something that Lindelof did when he was at Benfica.
If memory serves me correct, the reason why Lindelof may have been exposed to the DM position at Benfica is because David Luiz was their starting centre back, if memory serves me correct, right?
Yeah. For me, I could have seen Martinez moving into that role and Lindelof and Maguire playing centre back. And if that happened, you would have seen how much Martinez would have controlled that football. Because when Lindelof went in that position, Lindelof didn't receive a pass from the back. He received one. And when you look at when Casemiro was in that position, how many times Casemiro would have received the ball under no pressure? And every time Lindelof was in that area, you saw like 3 men around him, where he couldn't find that acre space to be free. But I think if Martinez was in that position, I think maybe football intelligence, understanding the game, maybe how they grew up understanding the game, I think you would have seen a big difference in Martinez in that defensive mid than what we saw from Lindelof today.
But you think, Nico, the fact that how the game was at that point in time, and how direct probably Nottingham Forest was, because remember that a very quick forward.
Yeah.
That Martinez kind of he handled pretty well. You think
That's normal.
Lindelof might have been able to? You think Lindelof might have been able to keep up with him? That's why he kind of designed well.
For sure. Yeah, because let me be real. If Martinez was still out and Lindelof still be the starting centre back, and then he'd be able to manage it. So yeah, I don't see no reason why he wouldn't be able to manage it.
But
I guess Ten Hag wants Martinez as the centre back. I think he trusts Martinez as the centre back, so that is why he would prefer to leave him there than to play him in the midfield. But for me, I see more quality in Martinez playing in that defensive mid than playing Lindelof there.
Because that's where he was. That's where he used to. That's where sometimes Ten Hag would deploy him back in the Ajax days, right? Don't forget that.
Yeah, and even as a centre back, when you see how comfortable he is on the ball, we just
and
attackers right there and traveling with the ball.
I called for Martinez to play DM in the Arsenal game as well, too.
Yeah, I think yeah.
But
I guess Ten Hag knows best.
But when I watch how we playing, it's like everybody's players midfielders in earlier. So
but Lindelof more shaky now on the ball compared to Martinez. When you're one midfielder being able to be comfortable on the ball, comfortable with men, challenging them while on the ball.
I don't find Lindelof shaky on the ball. I find Lindelof more is not physical, and he would get body off, or his positioning may be off sometimes, but in terms of like Lindelof is one of our best passes in our team. He is.
But then you could say the same about Maguire.
My thing is this, right?
Maguire hasn't. So let me rephrase it. When Lindelof passes, he gets an assist. That's what I mean. right?
Yeah.
Maguire just sprays the ball right and left. I remember Lindelof used to be pumping the ball to Rashford in the last two seasons and getting assists, and Rashford just burying them, right? Lindelof can pass the ball, you know. Before you go, Reem, my ideal defensive midfielder would have been Eric Bailly if he stay fit. So yeah.
Nah, boy.
I get a match, man.
No, boy.
I
No.
know.
Nah, he's shaky, boy.
Yeah.
But man,
He not only shaky.
nice.
He not only shaky. He's a nutcase. That's what.
That was telling you. That was saying he's shaky.
If before Rafael Varane came, everybody was our best. Everybody was our best defense. Was our best centre back. If you lined up all of our centre backs and all of them were fit, everybody was our best centre back. Everybody's our most centre back.
Fit and sane.
But I still retain because the Argentinian centre back we had.
Marcos Rojo.
Yeah, I still retain Rojo. I had a I like Rojo. But
Nah, I can't get that.
I did like Rojo.
I can't get that.
I did like Rojo. I did like Rojo.
Yeah, I did.
But
I still feel
and he had a bit of consistency behind some of his games also. That we never really get from Baina. But I did like Rojo.
But you see, for me, this whole Lindelof thing, if Ten Hag sees something, or let Ten Hag earn my support, right?
Yeah, but no, I have a question mark over that because he plays Scott McTominay in the Arsenal game. Right?
Where Scott is?
You say he injured, right? Right? So
He got banished by after that Arsenal performance.
That's I have a question mark over that. I have a question mark over that.
All I'm saying, right? All I'm saying is Ten Hag understand our player history and he sees certain things and he work with it. And chances are the reason why he does it is because he's short in midfield, right? So we don't know.
To me, that is the reason why.
I got put it out there, Nico, because I do agree with you with regards to that mistake from Ten Hag, and I still bash Ten Hag for that Crystal Palace game where Casemiro should have been taken off for the 80th minute, right? But I can probably speak it into existence that Ten Hag only makes one or two mistakes and he learns from them. He's not older than his coach, right?
Yeah, but he didn't learn with Scott McTominay because he played him against City. That when we get the trashing from City, right? But wait.
And then
he come back and he play him against Arsenal.
But don't forget, Scott McTominay was playing well up to this game. He was playing well.
But I was saying so.
Everybody was saying Scott was supposed to continue.
No, but we know that certain players, right? It's for certain games. And we know certain players overwhelmed by certain games.
Right,
so we saw Scott overwhelmed in the City game.
No.
And he realized it, and then after that, it was Casemiro from then, right?
Nico, which as we say, what it is we were saying, even when during that little purple patch for McTominay was doing well.
You ain't when Rope hanged itself?
Exactly.
Well, right, so that was saying, so to me, touch again hang then. How we come back against Arsenal?
No, well, you understand.
You would
he was
prefer
supposed to play.
Of course.
He was supposed to play. No, you can't play Fred there, man. You cannot play Fred there.
But what's the difference? He plays short with Scott. So better to go with Fred.
No,
the only reason.
Well, let's tell me one good thing Scott do for that game that Fred couldn't do better.
Listen, you had to understand.
But it's hindsight, so hindsight is golden.
No, but not only that. Understand something. Ten Hag do not see Fred as a defensive player. Every time Fred playing under Ten Hag, where Fred does be. So how you going to bring in Fred to play that position against Arsenal?
Yeah, but we play one of them. But we play somebody else because Scott making no sense.
The only reason I would have gone with Fred was based off of Fred's performance in the Manchester Derby, based on how he shut down Kevin De Bruyne, right?
Yeah, but that wasn't a defensive midfield position. That was a centre box.
But what I'm saying is
he had a specific.
But you need a player. You need a player that's a box to box when you're playing Arsenal. But Arsenal's running.
Because still, right? If you could say that Lindelof used to play defensive mid for Benfica, then he could have still say that Fred used to play defensive mid the season before he came, right?
And he didn't like that.
The season before he came, right?
And he didn't like what he saw.
Wait, what we can all agree is that Ten Hag has some tinkering to do this upcoming summer. He got some
Yeah,
change.
of
Yeah,
course,
for sure,
of course,
sure.
of course. Let me get some comments, guys, and let me get into some transfer activity, right? Because we could talk about it as Phil mentioned, the team being tinkered, right? So Simeon on the inside, Simeon saying, "Oh gosh, I'm late." He said he wanted to do 3 words. Simeon, I don't blaze the 3 words already, boy. Right? He's saying, "Relax, Martial's back." That's the 3 words, right? Um, Kristen saying here Maguire could play CDM too. I know that song offer, but he's strong and could real move with the
Nah,
ball.
but Mega run past you, boy. He could be like an next phone, boy.
Mega run past.
Yeah,
you,
boy.
so-
One jog in the midfield and he skin out. He going all
Yeah,
over
he
the
gone.
place.
Yeah, he gone. He
Yeah,
gone.
nah.
Thank you, Simeon. Thank you.
Man, tell them about Bailly. Ain't no running around midfield there.
Thank you.
Nah.
No, but then get past Bailly. Sorry.
Nah. Rishi saying here, Lindelof doesn't have the physical presence, especially when compared to Casemiro.
Correct.
He could be effective as a DM with a bit more muscle.
I can see Lindelof as a Michael Carrick per se. Michael Carrick wasn't physical, but Michael Carrick know how to position himself and win the
Positional
ball.
awareness and
Exactly.
passing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Dwayne saying here, Casemiro is not available for the City game. Behave. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
What?
I think
Yeah,
Nico.
did it
No,
Casemiro-
for which game?
Casemiro played. Casemiro is
Casemiro came on second half in the first game, and then for the last game he played. We talking about the Arsenal game doing.
I mean, the first game. You know, the Casemiro was
first
available,
game-
but Casemiro
Yeah, he
was
came on.
wasn't fit.
Yeah, he came on.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
just going back to what Nico said to end off this one, hindsight, right? Hindsight is
Yeah,
golden.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, because I think Ten Hag would have expected the first time we play Arsenal, Scott had a decentish game. So he was hoping that this time around he might have, you get your opportunity, you take it with two hands, but Scott didn't take it with no hands at all, right? No feet neither.
No, Esther, just going back. What has always killed me with Scott McTominay is Scott McTominay cannot make Scotland midfield.
Yeah.
How on God's green earth he could be playing in Manchester United midfield?
I think that's something that
No.
has been. Wait, no, Nico, you're right, but that's something that has been on repeat and on loop for the last at least 3 to 4 seasons. Scott McTominay can make Scotland's defense, but not Scotland's midfield, but can make our midfield, and that don't make sense. So that has been on repeat for quite some time.
And yeah, so I had to repeat that. That ain't make no sense.
Yeah. But I think earlier in terms of those kind of players, who do really help us in terms of ball progression, technique, that kind of high IQ. We go and get rid of them, right? We go and get rid of them. Trust, right? I'm really seeing some positive things because look, even I was mentioning to Nico earlier today, right? Where Ilanga, right? Palestri was there because Palestri have a higher IQ and technical ability than Ilanga. And that is why we see in Palestri going to start to get more chances than Ilanga. And I think Ilanga was kept and not loaned just for squad depth. Right? Jordan on the inside. Hey, Jordan, long time, boy.
Good night, man.
Good night, buddy.
Watching from the UK, nice. We see we getting a trophy finally. 6 years. Too
But
long, boy.
time in UK is what 2 in the morning right now. Wait,
Yeah, boy.
no, time in the UK is 3 in the morning. I think. Yeah.
We're talking about man.
Boy, that's dedication, boy.
commitments.
Welcome, boy. Welcome. Thank you very much. for tuning in.
Yeah. So fellas, the transfer window has closed shut, and while some clubs were, actively trying to purchase the universe, we were left hoping and praying that we could at least get something done. A couple of days ago, it was confirmed that Ericsson will be out for the majority of the remainder of the season. That's a big blow
Yeah,
in my opinion.
he come by April, right?
Yeah.
Well,
April, May. They say almost
April,
May.
They say almost May. Yeah.
Yeah, this season done.
Yeah, and for me, there's a big blow in terms of how Ten Hag like and want to play. And even Nico mentioned it earlier today. You see that drop off, boy, with Fred. You saw it. And I don't think, even though Ten Hag was saying, well, you have Fred, you have Casemiro, I don't think he could have gone forward with all these important games that we had to play with Fred and Casemiro as the only 2 senior midfielders in the ranks. And then come and say after them is Meno, Iqbal, right? Because, Scott McTominay not there, Donny van de Beek gone, right? So some kind of thing had to happen, right? And from what we, read, is that after the news of Ericsson, came out, the severity of it, then moves started to make, and we were kind of looking for options, and obviously as well, options were presented to us, offered to us, So Olia, wait is Olia, um, what does Sabitzer bring to the table from your point of view?
Yeah,
What Ericsson can't do, and that's Ericsson off the ball. Ericsson, as much as I love him on the ball and us progressing the ball forward, Sabitzer is that type of guy who is bringing energy going back and forth. Right? He is a taller, stronger, more intelligent version of Fred, if that makes sense. Right? With the energy of Casemiro, Bruno, and Sabitzer in midfield, I'm looking forward to that. And this was a guy I wanted from RB Leipzig. I think he was playing a bit more forward for RB Leipzig, but he's a very versatile midfielder, right? So definitely looking forward to what the guy can bring, and he also has a shot as well. So that's three midfielders who can shoot the ball from 20+ yards out, right? So looking forward to that.
yeah. Well, I know that Ten Hag was in Germany, right, with Bayern Munich, so he would have seen Sabitzer, firsthand up front, and I guess when Sabitzer agent would have called and say, "Hey, we have this player available," I think Ten Hag would have already knew the type of player that coming without even having to think about it.
Yeah.
So I guess and Ten Hag was saying it. He say any signings had to be the right signing, and definitely he knows what he wants for the team. Yes, we're gonna lose some quality to me going forward on the ball from what Ericsson would have given us. But I think what we lose in that, I think we gain in physicality, and we gain, as Phil would have said, in energy, even in ball retention, because he's very good on the ball also. He has a good cross on him as well. He has a good shot on him as well. A good footballing IQ as well. So I think we gain a lot. Yes, we'd have lost some of the qualities of Ericsson, but I think also we'd have gained a lot, because sometimes we would have sat down and say, "Hey, boy, Ericsson, he tired, boy, Ericsson, now, boy, time for Ericsson to come off." Because you saw that, physically he was struggling. I don't think we had that problem. So it's just to see him, giving that end result now. That end result, that final pass, that goal, the defensive challenges to stop play and start attack. I think that is what we would like to see.
I mean, he's no Jorginho, but he'll do.
Yeah,
And I think he very good with free kicks as well, so we might see him stand up on the ball too.
Yeah.
For me, I've been honest with you. I don't know as a kind of IQ. I have a sticker for players with high IQ and that kind of technical ability, right? And I got really miss Ericsson for that. For me, ideally, and I think I agree with the comparison Phil make. I see him as a better friend, right? So for me, around the 60th minute, take off Ericsson and bring on Sabitzer. That is how I see it. Or just like how we were talking about, using Martial and Weghorst and knowing which game will suit them better. Similarly, it would have been how I would have approached, the use of having Ericsson fit and Sabitzer. I mean, yes, I get that that you'll get energy from Sabitzer, but sometimes, and don't get me wrong, and I was telling Nico this about the whole Weghorst thing. Sometimes energy is not always a better thing, if you understand what I'm saying. Once you clever and you're intelligent, then you go work smarter. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that a man might have more energy than you doesn't make him a better player.
And
right?
I think that's why I was criticizing Bruno a lot under Ole, because Bruno used to press, but nobody else was pressing, right? So you're just wasting it. You just run around like a headless chicken, right? But if you're pressing and there are at least 2 or 3 other players pressing with you, then it kind of makes sense, but it don't make sense pressing by yourself, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, ideally, and I mean, I don't even know if Ericsson had gotten injured, if we would have gone for him. But I think it's a
I
good player
doubt.
to have.
I doubt.
Yeah, because I mean, we lost Donny van de Beek, McTominay out for a couple of weeks based on what Ten Hag is saying. So I mean, you telling me we was gonna just run on Fred, Ericsson, and Casemiro? Come on.
No,
I
but no,
really
but
don't know
no,
what
but
to do.
running with no. But I don't know why we still counting Scott.
No, well, Scott injured.
You
So
got,
he
you got,
out.
you got. Well,
No, if he injured or not. If
Nico,
he
you got,
injured or not.
you got to
When
play
Scott, if he
who
playing short.
at disposal, right? So
No, but when if he injured or not, if he when a Scott on the field, if we playing short,
yes,
start telling like we
know
playing
this.
short, we playing
We
short.
know this.
I'm looking forward to see how Sabitzer would be used in the team. I think he'll have a lot of minutes to get because, as I said before, he's upgrade on Fred.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure.
But I think I still believe that the team will miss what Ericsson was bringing.
Correct.
You know? But I mean, I glad to have an extra body inside. We need bodies. And I mean, and from a tactical point of view, you could imagine if we had to play Barca, and you know, I mean, it's not easy to play possession-based football against them. It'll be so useful to have Sabitzer and Fred to have together on the field to kind of
Yeah,
break
and
up
Casemiro.
play, and
Yeah.
Casemiro to have that kind of energy to do the hard work now, to do the dirty work, right? So I think it was a shrewd piece of business, you know, from Manchester United and Eric Ten Hag. As Nico said, Ten Hag, based on his experience in Germany with Bayern Munich, and I think he did mention that he worked with him at Salzburg before he went to Leipzig.
Okay.
So he know the player.
I know Ralph wanted him as well too. Just
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Let me see what the comments saying here. Christian saying here, mean feel Ericsson injury so serious. You know? I feel he coming back before that because after that mad tackle, he play like 5 minutes normal.
Nah, I doubt, but
If he could come back earlier, that could be real good. I take
Don't
him.
don't forget
I take
after
him back.
after that tackle, Ericsson was the person that spread the ball to oh Lord. Who scored who it was that scored for us again? It was Ericsson was the person that spread the ball to Anthony. Anthony was the person who did threw the ball for Casemiro for us to score, right? So
Okay. Dwayne saying Ragnick wanted to bring him.
yeah.
Jordan saying here, watch over RB Leipzig when RB Leipzig beat us 3-2 in the Champions League 2020. Sabitzer was key. In that
yeah,
game.
boy. Yeah, that the man who helped expose Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka only tucking in and leaving Angelino free on the wide. Right through you up under the centre back and leaving the man free. The right, that was the left back free. That is the player from City. Whole game. And Sabitzer just finding that man right through.
Yeah. I think Sabitzer could play centre mid, defensive mid, centre attacking mid, right wing. So he's very versatile. He's very versatile, right? So it's good to have him and Bruno on the team because two of
I'm
them
not gonna lie.
versatile.
I'm not gonna lie. If Sabitzer could play a 10 and Bruno play a 8, that would be really good as well too. We'll see.
Ten Hag doing that. But I thought Ten Hag doing that.
Yeah, but it's all good.
Rishi saying here, the speed at which Ten Hag pick out Sabitzer meant he wanted him here, but was kept back by management. Ericsson injury, while unfortunate, was a blessing. Hopefully, well, will be a blessing. Hopefully,
Yeah, will be. Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt. So, guys, I mean, Sabitzer was in his stance today. You know, he was announced by the club. So it's official. I guess he's just to get a jersey number and start to train with the boys and things. So hopefully he'll be in the matchday squad come Saturday, as we host Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
at
Okay.
the theatre.
Yeah.
So before we wrap it up, guys, how will you rate our transfer window out of 10? We're talking about Butland,
Weghorst, Sabitzer, and Twanzebe out. Twanzebe going to Stoke City.
Yeah,
How-
Twanzebe.
I mean, in terms of what we were able to do for loan moves, I approve it. But I think a lot of people are highlighting that this is the last transfer window we will be seeing while the Glazers are in charge. I think a lot of people
Let's
are
hope so.
highlighting that, right?
Let's hope so.
In terms of rating it, I mean, let's be real. Like a transfer
Consider all the
window.
circumstances. Consider all the circumstances, eh?
Yeah. I would definitely say our transfer window. I give it a 7.5 maybe because we did need an extra forward for if for Martial's injury. We did need a midfielder for Christian Eriksen's injury, and we did need another goalkeeper because Newcastle recalled Dubravka, right? So all three signings make sense. So I would say close to an 8 out of 10 for us.
Um, I think we did it as you would have used that term, some shrewd business over the window. I think, and to me, what was pleasing was how fast we got it done. Normally transfers used to be you hearing about this transfer 3 weeks and you want to know when this man coming. The window almost closed, and so I think that was refreshing. You didn't feel that stress. Because normally in that transfer window as fans, we feel stressed. Like, oh gosh, you're getting up in the morning. All right, then we see this thing finally delivered. Nothing yet. You're watching Fabrizio Romano. By the end of the week, and 2 weeks pass and nothing. But that didn't happen this time, so I rate that. And I still think though, as much as gosh, who went Chelsea? Who got the red card? João Felix. Right?
Yeah, Felix, yeah.
Yeah, I think we missed out on João Felix, but I know financially that's where that was a no. So the club would have say, well, no. But if it is that we really had the money, I think João Felix would have been a steal. I think having him, I think if we really, if we had the money, and I think that was really holding us back. If we really had the money, hopefully this acquisition or this sale happened quickly, that we really had the funds to invest in the team. I think he was a miss, and I think he would have made the team stronger.
Based on what I was told, João Felix, when he signed for Chelsea, he would have been paid around 650,000 euros per game, based on if he had played every game.
You mean like the 11 million or however?
$12 million loan.
Yeah. That was terrible. But I think if it is that, well, I mean, we could have gotten him for cheaper. I think that would have made this window a 9 out of 10 or even 10 out of 10. But outside of that, I think a solid 7. I think I will give the club a solid 7 for to manage the transfer window.
Yeah, guys, in the comments, if you all could also give us your rating, how you gonna read the transfer window, and I mean, as I said before, given the circumstances, we know our owners not going to, they're looking to sell, so you're not gonna expect no big setter, money being splashed, but at the same time, look at how the signings fit the team and fit what Ten Hag wanted to do. Simple. Phil talk about the goalkeeper. We're talking about how nice Weghorst come and fit in the team. We very hopeful that Sabitzer will come in and be seamlessly fit in the team and start to gel and get the ball rolling from earlier clock. All Ten Hag signings, even from the summer till now, so far has been spot on signings. So I mean, I'm glad to have Weghorst. I'm glad to have this guy, what's his name? Sabitzer.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have Jadon Sancho. All them fellas is good signings, man. Because this fella who go on the Sancho who leave is a different player.
Yes, actually Sancho come like a new signing as well.
Yeah, Sancho looking like a new player, whole new player. The man face looking small, like what?
Yeah.
Dwayne saying here he give it a 7. So I think 7 is the general consensus, right? So I agree with 7. Rishi's saying here quick, efficient, practical signings. Yes, 7.8, 7.5 to 8. So he agreed with Phil.
Yeah.
Jordan saying 7.5. Yeah. So I think we didn't have to buy the world to achieve the goals earlier,
Yeah,
but this summer earlier, I ain't accepting no such a chopping thing, eh?
Yeah, exactly. We gotta go for a quality striker.
Yeah.
And to me, a quality midfielder. I think defensively we're solid.
Yeah.
But midfield and forward, I think we need quality.
And we
Especially
need
cover for
some depth.
Castanera as well.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
need some depth. We need some depth. Dwayne saying here just to see Butland now. Boy, after Heaton game today, boy, Butland.
Yeah, but Lanaval, yeah, he might see a game.
So all
Yeah, why did he
before
business plan this season too, eh? Did he business plan this season?
So them fellas
Butland
there
might
to help
see a
train.
game.
Them fellas there to
Yeah.
help train.
Yeah,
You know? Darian saying Sabitzer is a beast. It's not like Wakehorse signing. I think Sabitzer here to stay. Rating 7. Who knows? Wakehorse could stay too well.
Yeah.
Alright. Remember on that Fergie, we had 4 strikers all the time. We had Berbatov, Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo, and then even before that, 98, 99, Solskjaer, Sheringham, Yorkie, Cole. So all here.
Oh boy, yeah, boy.
Yeah. She's saying Kane coming. Right? Jordan saying here Oshimen, summer 2023. Right. Doing saying here whoever buy the club have to spend their dust. Yeah, we are.
Yeah, but them coming willing to spend.
Yeah. So I want to share a very, what's the word I want to use, boy? Uplifting photo and comment with you all, right?
Jeez and ages. I saw AM9 somewhere in this thing. Let me see.
Relax your body.
Let me see.
End the
stream, Nico. End the stream. Oh, Lord. Where the block button? Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. And I want to add something to this. No. Behave.
Go ahead.
Let me finish, right?
Go ahead.
This is what the manager had to say. We know what Anthony Martial can do when he's fit, and he isn't even fit. So imagine if he played 10 games. I think you will see a totally different front line and a much better Martial. Right?
Operative word, when? Well, go ahead.
No, but he's hopeful. We need to get Anthony Martial fit and playing games, right? Because you say, imagine if he could play 10 games, and imagine that kind of match fitness.
That really a dreamer. Right now, that's a dreamer, Rim?
Yeah. Well,
imagine. Right? You're closing your eyes and looking up in the clouds.
10 games, boy. Just 10 games straight, boy.
Good. If we get 10 games, that'll be good. Because you really bring a stardust to the front line. Even today when he came on, you see, the little body movements, how we create space. Really refreshing.
You could tell that Ten Hag is pleased with the way he has treated Rashford, and he wants the exact same thing for Martial. So if Martial comes the same way, and Sancho as well. So if coming on to the end of the season, or the business part of the season, even into next season, Sancho and Martial can stay fit and come like Rashford, then it's over. Sorry, I don't give a shit about Haaland. I don't care about Gakpo. I don't care about Nunez. I don't care about no Enzo Fernandez. It's over. Sorry.
Well, I feel Gakpo bouncy here.
Horse got more goals than Gakpo, boys.
Hey. Darian saying here, Marcelo will finish this season strong. Amen, brother. Amen. Rishi saying here, repeat.
I say like a broken record, Rishi. Broken record.
Hey, what's that? Yeah. They want me to, a smiling coming down the road from work today, and I know, hey, watch man. Darian saying Oshimen. Anyway, guys, so let me look to wrap it. Let me get some closing thoughts now. And factor in your closing thoughts. Newcastle. They who we're going to play at Wembley on the 26th. They don't have a game for the week leading up to the final, and we have Barcelona. So I mean, it is what it is. And Newcastle, have been on the up under their new ownership and Eddie Howe and his coaching staff. So it's by no means a easy final. I think it's actually a good final. Two upcoming teams. Go ahead, Nico.
I think as long as we play our game, I think we would win the game. We don't have to worry about what Newcastle bring into the game. And Ten Hag said something. He said players rather play than train. I think, and also what I have seen over the years with Manchester United, when we rest them for a whole week, all right, you rest, and then when they come out for the next week, right, when they rest for a whole game, sometimes they lose that rhythm and that match sharpness. So I think we have this that we could go to Barcelona and even compete, coming in fresh. Well, I mean, when I say fresh, I mean match ready and match fresh and match sharp for the final. So I think that's an added advantage to us. People might say disadvantage. I mean, Newcastle have a whole week to prepare, but they might lose a bit of sharpness when we just coming off just 2-3 days. I think we will be sharp. We might not have the endurance, for the entire 90. I think if we do the business within the first 60, 75 minutes, I think we'll be winning that game.
Phil?
Just to add to what Nico says with regards to advantage, Luke Shaw, Rafael Varane, Martinez, Rashford, Sancho, Casemiro, and maybe I'm forgetting a couple of players in our starting 11. They have all been to a final, whether it's for club or country, if you know what I mean, right? So like Rashford, Shaw for Euros, even for what do you call it, the Europa League with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Casemiro has been to 5 Champions League finals. Martinez just won a World Cup with Argentina. Varane has won a World Cup with France. So these guys know what it's like to be in a final. Carabao Cup obviously is not on the same level as those finals that I call, but those guys knows what it likes to be 90 minutes away from at least lifting a trophy. So we do have some sort of advantage in that type of pedigree, exactly. So I am very confident that we can bring home this Carabao Cup final come February 26th.
Yeah. Well said, fellas. Well said. Confidence is there, man. Just don't take it for granted, and let's hope that there are no injuries between now and then to key players, and also that we could if we could take that Barcelona scalp before the final, that will bring us with a different level of confidence coming for the Newcastle game. So I was looking at this interesting stat, right? Man United have now won 12 consecutive home games at Old Trafford. And this is the first time we've achieved this since Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge. So look at that, huh? So I think we're in a good run. Hopefully we could extend it on Saturday to 13, right? And keep going. So guys, I mean that brings us to the end of the program. Thanks for those that were on the comment section. Don't forget to continue to like and share. Go across on the YouTube side and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Right, we appreciate that, and on Facebook side as well, like and share. So Nico, Wembley, Phil.
Yeah, man.
It was nice, guys. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you all on the next one. We have a little surprise. We changed up the intro, and I'm going to use it as an outro this evening, just for those who would have missed it at the start. Credit to man like Lion, who does be handling up with editing and stuff like that. So guys, have a good night. See you all in the next one. Welcome everyone, and welcome to All In, All United.
Remember the comment you made?
I got some bars to these.
Run Ryan.
And everything you have players out there.
I think the fellas are taking more serious.
What grade?
That one I don't know.
Yes, because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United